Welcome to Chapter 2. In this lesson, you're going to learn what chords are, what major and minor actually mean, and how to build them on the keyboard. Even if you're a complete beginner, you'll start sounding like you actually know what you're doing on the piano. By the end, you'll be able to make your own chords and even play a real chord progression. Alright, let's dive in and keep it super simple.
First of all, what is a chord? A chord is simply a group of notes played together that creates a certain feeling or mood. When you press 2 or 3 keys at the same time, you're already making a chord. Now, some chords sound bright and happy, and some sound sad or serious. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in this chapter. Now, let's start with the major chords. A major chord usually sounds happy, bright, and positive. Think of a sound you'd hear at the end of a feel-good movie or a kid's song. Those are often major chords. A minor chord, on the other hand, still has 3 notes, but it feels more emotional, somber, and even a little sad. Minor chords are what you hear in dramatic songs, emotional ballads, or movie scenes that make you feel reflective. So major chords, bright, happy, confident; minor, sadder, deeper, and more emotional. Now let's learn how to actually build a major chord on the piano. Now here's the rule. To build a major chord, we start on any note, and then we count 4 keys to the right to find the second note. Now when I say keys, it means you can start on every key, both white and black. Let's do an example with the note C. First, let's take a C on the keyboard. If you watched our previous lesson, you'd know where the middle C is. We'll be starting with our right hand thumb to play the C note. Starting on C, we move 1, 2, 3, 4 keys to the right, and we land on E. For this note, we'll be using our right hand middle finger for it. So our first 2 notes are C and E. Now from that second note E, we keep going. From E, we count 3 notes to the right to play our third note. 1, 2, 3, and we land on G. And we use our right hand little finger for it. So now we have 3 notes, C, E, and G. We play them together. That gives us a C major chord. These 3 notes also have names inside the chord. The first note, C, is called the root because it's the starting of the chord. The second note, E, is called the third, and the third note, G, is called the fifth. We'll talk about why the second note is called the third and the third note is called the fifth later when we get to the topic of scales. For now, just remember a chord has a root, a third, and a fifth. Remember the little formula, 4 then 3. If you follow that, you can create a major chord on any note, and every basic major chord is built the same way. Now that you know the method, let's try building major chords on some other notes. We'll start with F major. First, find the note F. It's the white key just to the left of the group of 3 black keys. Put your thumb on F. That is your root. Count 4 keys to the right from F. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll land on A. That's the second note, and you play it with your middle finger. From A, count 3 more keys. 1, 2, 3. You'll land on C, which you play with your little finger. So the 3 notes are F, A, C. When you play them together, that gives you F major chord. Now the fingers that you use, your thumb, middle finger, and little finger, will be the same for every chord. Now again, we use the same pattern, 4 keys and 3 keys, and we'll build a G major chord. Let's start on G. Count 4 keys to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That lands on B. From B, count 3 keys to the right. 1, 2, 3. That lands on D. That gives us G, B, and D, which is G major. Now you've already learned 3 major chords: C major, C, E, G, F major, F, A, C, and G major, G, B, D. Now try pausing the video and play each of these slowly on your keyboard. Listen to how they all have that bright major sound, even though they start on different notes. And notice how they have a similar shape, as if they're skipping a white note and playing the next. That doesn't mean that all major chords have this exact shape, but it's just a way to keep in mind that C major, F major, and G major chords look alike. Let's keep going and build an A major chord. Let's start on A and count 4 keys to the right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here you can see that you land on a black note, C sharp. From C sharp, you count 3 keys to the right, 1, 2, and 3, and that lands on E. So A major is A, C sharp, E. Again, same formula, 4 then 3, but you probably notice a different shape here than the ones that we did before. Now let's do a D major. Start on D, count 4 keys to the right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You'll land on F sharp, another black note. From F sharp, count 3 more keys, 1, 2, 3. You'll land on A. That gives us D, F sharp, A for D major. Next up, E major. Start on E. E, count 4 keys to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That lands us on G sharp. From G sharp, count 3 keys, 1, 2, 3. You'll land on B. So E major is E, G sharp, B. If you're following along your keyboard, notice how A major, D major, and E major shapes feel similar for each other. So they kind of have that same triangular shape. At one point, you'll just start remembering these chords by shapes. So it's pretty important for you to remember these chords this way. Now let's build one more, B major. Start on B. Count 4 keys to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll land on D sharp. From D sharp, count 3 keys, 1, 2, 3. You'll land on F sharp. Now that makes B major, B, D sharp, F sharp. Now you can see that there are 2 sharps on B, and the shape of B major is a little different from the rest. Now, at this point, you officially know how to build any major chord just by using the 4 and 3 rule. So try as many major chords as you can with this rule. With this, you can't go wrong. Alright, now that we've mastered the major chords, let's move on to the minor chords. To build a minor chord, we almost use the same idea, but we flip the numbers. So instead of 4 and 3 for building a major chord, here for a minor chord, we do 3 and 4 instead. So let's do this with the C note again. Start on C with our right hand thumb. Count 3 keys to the right to find your second note. 1, 2, and 3. That lands on E flat or D sharp. Now we'll use our middle finger for that like we did for the major chords. Then from that note, count 4 keys to the right to find your third note. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll land on G. So our 3 notes are C, E flat, and G. And when you play those together, you get a C minor chord. Now compare the feeling. The C major chord, C, E, G. Bright and happy. C minor, C, E flat, G. More emotional and a bit sadder. The same root, the same fifth, just that middle note changed and it completely changed the mood. But there's also an easier way to think about minor chords if you already know your major chords. Take a major chord like a C major, C, E, and G. If you lower the middle note by 1 key, so E moves down to E flat, you turn it into a C minor chord. So you can think of a minor chord as a major chord with the middle note flattened. So a C minor chord is written as a C and a lowercase m in the back. So for the A minor, you do the same, or for a B minor, even for sharps like F sharp minor, you write F sharp and the lowercase m in the back. And that means it's also for flats like for D flat minor. Now whenever you see a letter with a little m after it, that means minor chord. Now you'll see a really helpful comparison between major and minor chords built on the same root. That little trick that we use to flatten the middle note, or flatten the third of the chord, works on any major chord to turn it into a minor chord. For example, an F major, F, A, C, can become an F minor with the third A note flattened to an A flat. We didn't change the root or the fifth note. We only lowered the middle note from A down to A flat. Same with G. G major, G, B, D. G minor, G, B flat, D. Same with A major, A, C sharp, E. A minor, A, C, E. Same with D major. And E major. And B major. Next, you'll see the same idea, but with chords that start on black keys, the sharp notes. We'll use the same 4 and 3 method to make the major chords, and 3 and 4 method to make the minor chords, or flatten the third of the major chords to make the minor chords. Feel free to pause the video to try these out one by one. Don't let the sharp scare you, it's exactly the same process. F sharp major. F sharp minor. G sharp major. G sharp minor. A sharp major. A sharp minor. C sharp major. C sharp minor. D sharp major. D sharp minor. Congratulations! Now that you understand how these chords are built, you can play most of the songs out there. I know it can feel overwhelming to remember all of them, so we made a PDF book to help. It includes everything we cover in this beginner's course, plus cheat sheets you can use as a quick guide while you practice. If you like it, the link's in the description down below. Now it's time to use your chords in a real progression. So what is a progression? A chord progression is just the order of chords in a song, the chords you play one after another. So here we have 4 chords that are both major and minor. Let's try these chords out one by one. Feel free to pause the video and try playing each of these chords. Now let's start with C major, A minor, F major, G major. You can see that these chords have very similar chord shapes. There are many songs written in this chord progression. I've put some of the links down in the description for you to learn these songs. Try picking out the ones that you like and start playing them with our interactive sessions. Now, if you want to try a chord progression that is a little more challenging and has more chords in it, you can try playing these as well. Now, this kind of progression is the basis of thousands of songs. Now, once you switch between these chords smoothly, you're already playing like someone who's way past the beginner stage. Now, if you need the PDF for revision and practice for these, it's in the description below.
Okay, let's wrap it up, and don't forget to practice today with our chapter review video we do for every chapter and start playing some songs right away. So today you learn what chords are, you learn the difference between major and minor chords, and the formula to build them. And finally, you played a real chord progression. In the next chapter, we'll build on this and start making your chords sound even more musical. Great job making this far. Seriously, people never get this clear on major and minor chords. Keep going.